wide salute for the Australian title here at Wangaratta, brought to you by Associated Powder Coating. Have a look at this field, how impressive is that? But coming around 4 wide, and I think at some point they'll be racing more than 4 wide. Oh. Put your hands together for the field as they come around.
Give them a big cheer, guys! Woo! Australian titles! Associated Powder Coating.
Give them a cheer.
Australian title.
This is the Australian title, Associated Powder Coating at Wangaratta. Beautifully presented field of cars, and there's been great racing in the heats with a wide spread of place getters. So it's going to be on for young and old. Can Mark Heaton defend the Aussie #1 plate? I'll tell you what, Justin Paul would love to have it. He's got the Victoria and Queensland. He'd love to add Australia to his collection. Tanya Hallett with the Honda would love to be up the pointy end. Now, and Louis Rodriguez has been pretty impressive.
Now Tanya's running with her brother out there too. So somewhere out there we didn't find out who her brother is, but she's competing against him as well as the other crowd. Right, Craig.
All right, they're clearing the throats.
What I will do, Craig, I will hand it over to you and I'll let you do the call of this one, Craig, and I'll let you work out what's going on here, and I'll get ready to head out into the infield when we get our winner.
Absolutely.
So
30 laps time.
So good luck, Craig.
But don't go away, because if there's a yellow, you can give my voice a rest.
I will do so.
Absolutely.
I will definitely do so. I will stick around for that.
All right. Associated Powder Coating, Compact Speedcars, Aussie title. The stewards are just checking that they're all in the right order. All right. The green flag is out. It's got that Aussie title feel about it. It looks like Hallett is off the second row with Paul off the front. Justin Paul out of pole. They're away. So Paul and O'Neill. So Justin Paul straight out of the box. Justin Paul and Tanya Hallett. They're going hard out of turn 4. So Justin Paul, Tanya Hallett. Oh, Tanya gets pipped for second. So Justin Paul's in front. But Matt O'Neill's looking good in second. So it's Justin Paul, Matt O'Neill, and Tanya Hallett. So Justin Paul, number 12. Looking good. Matt O'Neill, 38. Tanya Hallett in 15. Come on, Tanya. I tell you what, it's not going to take long before lap traffic is an issue. So Paul, O'Neill, Hallett, and Heaton. So Justin Paul, Tanya Hallett. They're starting to spread out. Paul O'Neill. Heaton having a look up the inside. So Heaton and Hallett are battling it out for third position. That's where the race is at the moment. Although Stewart wants third as well. So Harry Stewart. All right. Lap traffic. So we got Paul. So we got Paul and O'Neill and Heaton. Oh, Tanya's dropped down. So that looks like Stewart. it looks like we've got Paul. We got Justin, Paul and O'Neill. They're Paul and O'Neill. Keep your eyes on the front. Justin, Paul and Matt O'Neill. They're deep in traffic. Justin, Paul. So Paul and O'Neill, there's nothing in it for first. They're just working their way through the pack. Justin, Paul, big 12. Matt O'Neill, 38. So Justin, Paul and Matt O'Neill going past us one more time. Going through turn 2. Keep your eye on the leaders. There's one car between Paul and O'Neill. Oh, we've got a spin around. Justin, Paul, Matt O'Neill. Alright, they've gone yellow.
Alright, we've got yellow flags, guys. We've got yellow flags. I'll give
green flags back in action. So Justin, Paul, they're all in their right race order now. Justin, Paul, Matt O'Neill and Heaton. And Harry Stewart. Righto. Justin, Paul and Matt O'Neill. Mark Heaton having a look up in. Oh, Harry Stewart. Harry Stewart's all over Heaton, and Heaton's all over O'Neill. The race is on for third. Okay, Justin, Paul, Matt O'Neill. The battle's on for third between Harry Stewart and Heaton. And Louis the Fly. Louis the Fly's in fifth. Right. Have a look at the lead that Justin Paul's pulled out. That's a massive lead. So Justin Paul, followed by O'Neill and Heaton. Louis the Fly. Louis the Fly, he wants to get up further. So Louis the Fly and Harry Stewart, they're duking it out before. Great racing coming out of turn 4. Oh, the two number 11s. Oh, Heaton gets a bit loose. Heaton gets a bit loose in turn 2. But we've still got Paul and O'Neill. Paul and O'Neill and Heaton. 1, 2, 3. So Justin Paul, Matt O'Neill, keep your eye on 12 and 38, and Heaton. Lap traffic, there goes their leader. Number 12, Justin Paul, showing him a clean set of heels. Matt O'Neill holding a good second. And Mark Heaton's got a pack of 11s on the back of him. So Heaton, oh, cars bounce. So the number 11 of Harry Stewart is all over the back of Heaton in the battle for third. Oh, we got one in. We got one in on the infield. But there's our leader, number 12, Justin Paul. There goes 38. And Heaton's holding off a hard charge from Harry Stewart. Oh, lap traffic. Oh, Harry Stewart gets it fully sideways between 2 and 3. Alright, there goes our leader one more time. Justin Paul. Justin Paul, followed by Matt O'Neill. And I think Heaton is still in third as I see it. Oh, another one on the infield. Right, it's a war of attrition. There goes our leader again. There goes second. Whoa!
Whoa.
Turn 4. That'll be red. That'll be red for sure.
That'll be a red flag.
There was flames. There's tyres pointing the wrong way.
There is carnage on that vehicle. That car she went up like a rocket.
Okay, they're jumping out of the car. The only time you're allowed to jump out of your car under red is if fire is an issue. So that is the second. They've got the fire extinguishers.
So something went up in the wiring there.
I think that is the Harry Stewart Queensland 11 from here. It's just a bit hard to see.
It is a bit hard to see that one. Hang on, I'll see if I can get a different view on it from. No.
I think it is.
I think I've got
So
a post in front of me.
I think Harry Stewart was all over the back of Heaton. Cecil and then Hallett. So there's been a couple of beneficiaries of a couple of the quick cars taking each other out. Right, green flag's up, 10 laps to go in this Aussie title. Associated Powder Coating, they're away. So Paul and O'Neill. Oh no, we've got one on the infield. One's gone straight to the infield. All right, here we go. That must be 9 laps to go. Paul and O'Neill, and Robinson, and Cecil, and then Tanya Hallett. Right, what can O'Neill throw at Paul? Paul, oh, we've got a car slowing down there, 30. They need to get out of the way. Oh, look at that. O'Neill gets all unsettled in 4. Oh, we go yellow again. We cannot have a car breaking down on the outside line when they're going this fast. All right, did they get 2 laps in? Does that mean 8 to go?
I'd say there would be. It might be 8 laps to go. Around 8 laps to go. Sounds about right for that one. We've got one car sitting there in the spot where it's not safe.
3 laps ago and I would have been 100% wrong.
That would be correct, and then you being wrong, Bob. So that's correct.
So Paul O'Neill, green flag's out. Robinson starts to shoot forward, but Paul's got the control here. He can go as slow as he wants. All right, Paul and O'Neill, Robinson. Oh, look at the lead that Paul's pulled out in under a lap. He's going to be hard to beat. Oh, front wheel lifting up on the Matt O'Neill machine. Louis the Fly wants to be in 4th. He's having a crack. But look at Justin Paul putting on an expression session, ladies and gentlemen. And Matt O'Neill's got to defend, because Robinson's all over the back of O'Neill. So Justin Paul, Vic 12, these laps have got to be wearing down. So Justin Paul, Vic 12, Matt O'Neill, Queensland 38, and Robinson. Robinson got a 3rd in the heats, and now he's looking like getting a 3rd in the Australian title, unless something changes. All right, Justin Paul, another one. Here he goes. O'Neill and Robinson. The front 3 haven't changed. It's not going to take long for Paul to get around to the back of the field again. So let's hope they keep circulating. Justin Paul going past us now. Matt O'Neill, Robinson, Cecil, and Louis the Fly just in front of Tanya Hallett. Have a look at the lead. Justin Paul's in a league of his own, ladies and gentlemen. You just shouldn't lead an Australian title by that much. All right, oh, we're yellow again. All right, oh, we got one around. We just got to pick up who it is. It's a little bit dusty. But it's not Paul, that's for sure. Okay, so the lights have gone out. It's a single file restart. It's Justin Paul's to control the start. From turn 4 onwards, he can go whenever he wants. He can hold the pack up all the way to us if he wants. Green flag's up, but the green flag goes when Paul takes off. Here he goes. So Paul, O'Neill, Robinson, Cecil, Louis the Fly, and Tanya Hallett. They've got a 4-lap dash for this Australian title at Wangaratta, brought to you by Associated Powder Coating. Have a look at Justin Paul. I want to get a driving lesson off this bloke. Oh, we got a big move up the inside. Number 2, oh, yellow again. Well, we got one around down the back. Oh, so now, did they finish the lap? Yes, so that'll be 3 laps, I believe. So green car can't pick up the number from here, but he I don't know whether they did it all by themselves. We were watching the front runners. But laps to go because they didn't complete a lap in that last run.
Right.
Green flag's up. Aussie title, brought to you by Associated Powder Coating, is on the line here and now at Wangaratta. They're going to send it, as they say.
Send it!
And Paul takes off early that time. So the Ringwood Master, Justin Paul. I'll tell you what, Robinson's having a look at the back of Matt O'Neill in turn 2. But O'Neill's got the gun. He's got a couple of lengths on him now. Nicely spread out. Oh, no. 22 and 77, a big contact in turn 4. They were lucky to get away with it. I thought there was going to be another yellow. Right, Justin Paul and Matt O'Neill, followed by Robinson. Followed by Lou to Fly. That's got to be 3 laps to go. Get ready for this white flag. Justin Paul, Matt O'Neill and Robinson. Here's the white flag for the Aussie title. Associated Powder Coating. Justin Paul, Matt O'Neill and Robinson. Sean Robinson. Alright, here we go. Checkered flag for the Aussie title. Justin Paul, your little champion. Matt O'Neill and Sean Robinson. 1, 2, 3. Look at him go, he's just laying blackies through turn 1. He's got power and he knows how to use it.
I'll head out there, I'll talk, and then I'll give you a signal to put out there and say a couple of words as I'm walking back, and then we'll say goodnight.
Alright, we're going to get the roving mic out there. So I think Justin Paul's going to be pretty happy. Australian title, running 1 here. Brought to you by Associated Powder Coating at Wangaratta. He's been impressive all night. Justin Paul, he had a second and a couple of firsts in the heats. And he led this convincingly. But I tell you what, Matt O'Neill had a crack at him. It was disappointing to see Heaton go out and Stewart go out. Alright, there it is, Australian title. Sensational run from Justin Paul.
Come on guys, put your hand up.
Even in the slow down lap, he's quicker than half the field. It was super impressive. Beautifully presented Ringwood Mazda car. But have a look at the whole field. They've all been impressive, but there can only be one winner. And I tell you what, he's put the effort in. Well, Mark Heaton sat on the infield for the end of the race. He's lost the Aussie 1 plate. It goes to this man, Justin Paul, and we're going to get the roving mic out and see what he thinks about being Australian number 1. I'm just trying to pick up where my roving mic is. Yep, he's out in the middle. So we'll get Justin over to the roving mic, hopefully, after he does a bit more of a blackie for you. We'll listen to the power in that.
Oh, one more time! Put it down!
But his gear is absolutely right. Right, we're just trying to... they've all come over to talk to the roving mic at the end of each heat. Hopefully he realises he's doing that at the final. I would assume so. Here he comes. I'll hand over to the roving mic.
Just wait a minute, mate. Just wait, let him celebrate. We're going to talk to him first.
take my car?
Yeah. Thanks very much. Put your hands together for Justin one more time. Come on, big cheer. I want him to hear the cheering for him. Thanks very much, Justin. And Justin, you said to me earlier you have to make a slight change and you're going to send it. Guess what? You made the slight change, and what did you do?
Yeah, mate, we got there in the end. We just had to knock the bottom off. It's just where it's run, it's around the bottom, and you just got to be patient with the track and be really nice on that throttle and not burn off your right rear. So, mate, this is for everyone on the hill there, and everyone's got me here. I really appreciate it.
Thanks very much for that, Justin. I've got to say, Justin, you were pushed many times. We had yellow after yellow, and you still did it every time. So congratulations for doing it off the front each time.
Yeah, thanks, mate. I was getting a little bit frustrated with the yellows coming out. I was thinking we were going to be running low on fuel, but we got there in the end, thank God.
Yeah, thank you very much. Let's go for Justin one more time, guys. I'll hand it back up to Craig, and he can say a couple of words, and back up there, and we'll say good night to you.
So thanks, Gary. You've done all the hard work running up and down the stairs and in and out of the track. Really deserving winner. The only thing that could throw a spanner in the works is if that car doesn't pass going over the scales, which they have to do at the end of the title. But I can't see that happening. A team that's that well prepared, a car that's that well prepared, they'll know exactly what they need to do to pass the way in at the end. A bit like the horse racing. So, look, thanks everyone for coming and supporting Wangaratta for this amazing Aussie title. Associated Powder Coating have been generous sponsors for the Aussie title here at Wangaratta.